What's up, everyone? Today is a beautiful day to hear this thing start up for the very first time in God knows how long. I know the last time it was registered on the road was in 2009, so that means around 13 years ago this thing was out and about. First thing, fuel tank. As you guys can see, we're going to use our phone as a screen for this Wi-Fi enabled borescope. These are pretty cheap. There's a whole bunch of different options you can pick up off the old Amazon. Make sure your screen is a little bit clean, or your lenses. I've been using this one for a couple years now. It's just about time for me to get a new one, but I'm recording it here, so I'm going to go ahead and add it to the video so you can see what I'm seeing a lot better than just with the cracked screen and glare and everything. But it's pretty cold today, but nowhere near as bad as yesterday. All right, now we're into the tank area. This is the tricky part because you've left one section to another, and I'm trying to not knock the camera over. Trying to get it to go through that secondary opening there. Oh, there's another one right there. So you want to see what it looks like inside. Sometimes, especially when it goes this far, it's a little bit hard to get it to cooperate. There we go. Oh, no, maybe not. It doesn't help wearing gloves, but... So, as you can see from this screenshot right here, it looks really good, actually. You can see that not only is it empty, but it's almost like a new fuel tank. Not 100%, it's not perfect, but again, even though it kind of smells of old gas, I don't see any real varnish in there. So a lot of these old tanks are very happy to vent to atmosphere. So a lot of the stuff just evacuates from the system. But there's no rust, there's no piles of anything. So I think this is gonna be great. We're gonna be able to start this thing up pretty easily. Next step is putting the gas in the tank, opening up the hood. We'll look inside there and see what we have going on in there. But so far so good, guys. Randy, you got yourself a heck of a car. I mean, you don't have piles of goo and varnish in the bottom of the tank. So we're also going to do a science experiment. So with, of course, science experiment, we need safety equipment. Because I can already feel you guys typing away about how I could have started the car on fire by putting that borescope down into the fuel tank. Not everyone, but there's at least one of you guys already typing away. So first things first, get this thing to sit still like that. Oh, there should be enough gas for that. Nope, once more. Okay. Now, take this out. Put this in the fuel tank because we're going to need that in a second. Take that out of the guava berry cup. And now here's the science experiment. Set this aside at a safe distance. And we're going to put some gasoline, or petrol, into this guava berry cup. Like so. Now, it's got snow on it. Let's not do that. We'll just set this aside at safe distance. Remember, safety equipment, guys. As you can see, it is on, and we'll step back at minimum safe distance. Can I get a countdown? Okay, cool. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now then, can we continue? My plan was to drive it off the trailer, but I can't reach anything. I'm short. So I'm gonna let it roll off, and we'll be able to work on it a little bit better to make sure that it's ready to start. But Fuel tank has about 5 gallons worth of gas in it. We're moving in the right direction. So I'm gonna climb in here like a graceful gazelle, and we'll get this rolled off. Graceful. That was fun. That was almost going plaid there for a second. I was getting worried. Now that you guys have seen my abilities of being agile like a gazelle, you know that I am actually secretly a gymnasticism. A gymnism? Gymnasticism? Gymnast. Ah! I'm a gymnast. Yep, it's my secret. It's my secret identity. Like Batman has his Bruce Wayne, I am secretly... Yeah, anyways, continuing. We want to see if this thing spins over. See if we can't put you guys in a good location, or good enough location to see what's going on. We're going to want to grab the fan. Again, it's not a clutch fan, so it allows us to be able to do this. Get our hands somewhere nice. Alright, it's about as best I can get you guys. We're going to grab a belt. Let's see if we can't get this thing to spin here. Put some pressure down on that. Grab this, like so. Oh yeah, she's spinning by hand. Of course, it's got to be the one that's furthest from everything. Oh, she turns over with ease. Low compression engines. That helps. So, she spins over just nice. I don't see where she's leaking from. But she definitely, oh, I do see a little bit of fluid residue on one of the bolts going into the, or through the water pump. So, that's not something I have in stock to be able to resolve, and I don't know if I can get that part in time, but it should be all right to get it down to the old Oklahoma. Just got to keep an eye on the old reservoir. It looks like we have an older Napa filter on there for the oil, and we'll do a tune-up. We'll throw a new cap and rotor and look at the points. I'm gonna throw a couple extra points in this for Randy, but you know, these things are pretty reliable, but you just never know. Anyways, next step, I want to start taking spark plugs out. This side here is a pain in the neck to get to. This side's not so bad, but we'll be able to get a good idea of what's going on. Next thing is to get in here and take these spark plug wires off without any undue damage. It looks like someone was using the tried and true zip tie method. I would recommend replacing these. It's not something I have in stock. I have a couple ones we can make, but yeah, I don't think they'd be appropriate for this car. So let's see what we got here. But we got pretty much everything else we need. First, let's see what these spark plugs look like. They're in there very loosely, which is, hey, at least they're coming out, you know? That's like half of the battle with these guys. 8 years later here, come on. Looks like she was running, not terribly rich, but she was running a little bit rich, which is surprising with a 2-barrel carb. Well, I guess not. It's however much fuel you get. All right, next. All right, I hit the record button, and I'll end up probably talking for a few seconds, and we'll show you each cylinder using the bore scope. Go ahead, slide down inside here, and get a good idea. So, yeah, this is probably the cylinder that was open. You can see that she has some carbon buildup on the actual piston, and she's definitely the lower compression piston as well. So, although she has a dimple very similar to the 70s on the 455s, and this cylinder does have a little bit of spotting on it. So I am going to hit it with a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil, and we're going to just spin the engine and allow that to lubricate. Again, I'm not normally a person to do it, but it does look like it's going to need it. So we'll check each cylinder and see, but this may have been the cylinder where the valve was open for. So, but not terrible all in all. Actually, you know, again, it's the engine just seems like it was well maintained. So I'm gonna go ahead and check each one, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we just want to make sure all these are plugged in all right. I had no feeling in my fingers, so I couldn't feel what was going on. Yeah, see, that one's not in at all. I don't know if that one is or isn't. And we're gonna open this guy up. Set this one over here. Now, I don't want to move the trailer until I know this thing works, because as soon as I move it, it'll be hard to line up everything and get the winch on it. Well, not hard, but a slight pain in the neck. When I open this up, I accidentally did something to make it so that the choke doesn't go back into play here. So let's... Here we go. Now, there's definitely no fuel coming out when I pump it. So that means, obviously, she is bone dry. So what we're going to want to do is you fill up that bowl, which is a pretty good sized bowl. Try to prevent a lot of it going down into the carburetor, down the throat of it. You could also use, what do you call it for this? Mustard, or like a little mustard bottle type thing. It's a good sign she's taking a lot. There we go. Now we're gonna hear it. I was looking at it earlier and nothing was coming out of it, but let's see what we got now. Oh, all right, cool. We're ready to rock and roll. Now I did this. Now the choke is wide open. And it's cold enough, we're gonna need a choke. This is just how I do it. I prefer not, using gallons and gallons of starter fluid on something if I don't have to. Just fill the old bowl up. There we go. And let's see what we can get. This is why we do what we do. This is the exciting part. If this thing starts up, we'll let it run for a little bit, and then we'll scoot the trailer and the Escalade out of the way, and we'll take her for a ride. So we'll see. As long as all the gears and everything engage, I'm trying to avoid as much rejiggering as possible. The more you mess with, the more likely you're going to have an issue down the road. So I just noticed my drill was about to fall because I am an idiot and I put it in the wrong spot. She did just try to start though. So again, like I said, it's more important to have these things snap fire than I'm trying to keep the snow out of here, than anything else. I love this dash, dude. This dash is great. She tried. Give her a couple. It is cold, remember. It's a cold start. Running a little rough. Check the oil behind this time. Get them all oil. Right, she just needs to warm up a bit. Make sure there's no vacuum leaks or anything. So we're gonna let it run for a bit. And keep checking on her, make sure she's not overheating or anything. But guys, she runs! I think based off of what I've been looking at, what I can see, I'm going to start using this one again. It's a very happy looking engine inside. It's got oil, it's got the right amount of oil. Once we run it for a little while, we'll cut the oil filter open and we'll have an idea of what kind of condition that is. But I didn't see any glistening sparkles or anything inside it. She looks really good. Running great. So right now we have to just let her warm up. That's going to be the big thing. And move things out of the way and see how she drives. So I'll be back in a few minutes. So one of the things we're going to want to make sure, especially with these old Buicks, the oil gauge idiot light's not on, which is very critical. But yeah, guys, it looks like the fuel gauge does not work. So we're going to definitely, I would definitely recommend Randy put an actual oil gauge on this thing. It's just Buicks, guys. You got to be careful with Buicks. Keep an eye on them. All right, I got to move things around so we can see if the transmission's good. That's number 2. She's running nice and smooth though. It's I don't want to rev her or anything too hard. I just kind of want to see what she does. Oh yeah. She's happy, guys. Listen, Randy said, my concern is it's not going to be a good Buick. And I said, there's no such thing as a bad Buick. So I'm going to throw the GoPros on charge for a little while, move things around, let this thing warm up, and we'll take her for a ride, guys. All right, guys. Nothing left to do it. No, wait, what does it go? Nothing left to it but to do it. I should probably scrape that ice off. Hold on a second. Gotta think about that. Gotta find the little old lady's scraper here. Foxwoods. She was a gambler. Northeast, guys. This is part of the experience, the life, if you will. All right. I'm gonna set that there. And try to keep the snow out. Whee! Okay. Alrighty then, guys. I'm gonna take this glove off so I'm not blocking your peripheral view. Nice and smooth, no hiccuping whatsoever. Brakes are very good. I'm still worried about that one thing, but again, not a big deal. We'll sort that out shortly. Two-wheel drive with ice on my driveway. Cool, cool. Oh, the fuel gauge is working now. Cool. Nice, smooth acceleration into second gear. Now this hill's a pretty steep hill, and right into third gear, no problem. She seems pretty happy. No issues whatsoever. Now the question is, does the heat work? All right. On the hot setting. I don't know if I'm going to have a whole mouthful of wonderful stuff coming in my face here. Heater. So we're going to put the high. Well, normally it's like a blizzard of stuff that are unspeakable, or that is unspeakable. Nice and smooth. I probably should roll that window up. Alright, we're going to do a stopping test right here. Oh geez, yeah, she'll make your fillings, your false teeth come out. Absolutely great. The heater sounds like it's probably able to weld something. Loud. How if I turn the fan down a little bit? Okay, that's not so bad. You put it in that setting. Nice smooth acceleration again. Doesn't have any hesitation. Now, I highly doubt this thing could do a burnout, but get right up to speed, no problem. Goes through all the gears. Randy, you got yourself a winner. Probably just had no fuel, or I'd say had no fuel. There's a mechanical problem right there. I would say that it would need an alignment in some point of its life, hopefully fairly soon, but you don't feel it in driving. You just kind of see it, but the wheels aren't 100%. One is, they're kind of towed in a little too much, but not bad. Not bad at all. All right, I'll turn this thing around, head back to the house. We'll see if we can lay a little bit of rubber, which I would be surprised if we can. But all right, guys, let's see if she can lay some rubber. Ready, steady, loading it. Ideal, one-wheel peel with good old-fashioned snow on the ground. That's the way to do it. You get a 4-barrel carb on this thing and go to town, she'll be a lot happier. All right, I got to turn around and head back down. Randy, you have a winner. Hold on a second. Well, Randy, I gotta say that thing is a absolute treat. You're gonna do some great things with it, I know. I have nothing more to say than, dude, great score. You have yourself a beautiful classic Buick, and she runs great, like a top. One of my favorite things is taking something that's an unknown and getting it running and having fun with it. I don't know what mechanical damage they had listed on here. The best thing I could say was, you know, it didn't have gas. I don't know. Maybe it was any number of things, but the spark plugs didn't look bad. I'm sure this thing was just, she's a good old girl. She's a good old girl. So I look forward to seeing you up here. I look forward to seeing what you do with the old girl. And until next time, everyone, take chances, have fun, go buy yourself a freaking awesome car, whether it's a Buick, a Mopar, a Toyota Supra, Jeep Wrangler, you know, it's still a Tahoe in my book, but an Escalade, whatever, just enjoy. The automotive hobby is about the passion, it's not about the brand or anything, it's just how much fun you're having. And man, this road trip is going to be awesome. Unfortunately, I won't be able to come with you this time, but I'm looking forward to one in the future, man. Until next time, everyone, remember, keep your shiny side up, stay warm, and God bless.